Right, and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a summer transfer move to Arsenal. Brought to you today from the guys from U to B with these Arsenal-inspired T-shirts. I've got this one on today. Love this one. It's it's the 89, right? Sort of explained in cartoon form. Really clever design. The links are in the description if you want to get yourself on any of those right now. So big up the guys from U to B. Just before we get into the transfer rumours, got to say commiserations to the Arsenal ladies. Unfortunately, they got beaten 2-1 last night by PSG ladies in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. They really put up a good fight, actually. I really felt sorry for them at the end because they gave everything. And remember, it was really difficult for them because they've just not had any football. This is literally their first sort of competitive game back, and it's straight into a game against PSG, who were the overwhelming favourites, but Arsenal pushed them all the way and can be very proud of their performance. So commiserations going out to Arsenal ladies. Also, Freddie Ljungberg yesterday announcing that he's leaving Arsenal Football Club. Of course, he's been in the role of assistant manager. Of course, when Unai Emery left the club, he took over, held a fort. He's been the manager of the under-23s, really been responsible for a lot of the young players coming through at Arsenal. In particular, he's been very helpful to Joe Willock and also to Saka. Both of them yesterday really, thanking him a lot and saying, listen, they're going to miss him because all the advice he gave them, and that he was really responsible for pushing those two through, as well as many others from the youth team. Was really responsible for giving a lot of those youth players a chance. And he's leaving the club because he wants to go and pursue management in his own right. So fair play to him. That's a big step. He's got a great role at the club. He's been in the role as ambassador. Guy that I've met a few times. Really nice person, and obviously Arsenal through and through. So wishing Freddie Ljungberg all the best in the future, and hopefully he can make it as a manager. He had a really tough time when he took over after Unai Emery, but we've seen the subsequent mess, and that would have been a difficult caretaking role for anybody. So nobody, I think, could look on that and say, take that into account. Just look at what he's done with under-23s and stuff like that, and I definitely think he is cut out to be a manager. Now, of course, the transfers, Gabriel, lingering on and on, but it does look like this now has finally been done. Everybody now is starting to report that it's done. Fabrizio Romano, really well thought of journalist when it comes to transfers. He also putting it out there yesterday that as far as he's been told, the deal is done. The reports are saying that Gabriel will be flying in on Monday to sign a new 5-year deal and do his medical, and it could be announced on Monday. We've been waiting for it to be announced since last week, but of course there's been lots of complications. There's been teams trying to hijack the deal, but it does look like Arsenal have finally got their man. This is a big coup, this one, because this is a player that is well sought after. Lots of big clubs around Europe after his signature, and Arsenal have nailed it. And I think, when I look on it, I think the significance of Mikel Arteta, because there's rumours that he called, or Arteta called him, and after that call, he was blown away and he was just like, yes, this is the club I've got to sign for. I think winning that FA Cup, even though we finished 8th in the league, I think winning that FA Cup, which got us into the Europa League, and also sort of, again, put Arsenal out there, as a team that wins trophies, even though it's not the big one we all want to win. I think that's significant in trying to get players like that in, because they look at the club and they're thinking, right, well, you know what? It's a club that's been in the doldrums for quite a while, but under Mikel Arteta, maybe this is a club on the up. Maybe he looked at Saliba coming in and thought to himself, again, that's a big step. And of course, Arsenal are a huge club. It's a huge club that's been going through a lot of rebuilding recently, but it's a huge club. If you come to Arsenal and you do brilliantly and you make your name, who knows? Gabriel could get a call into that Brazilian team. And there's a lot of Brazilians at Arsenal as well. Let's remember that. a lot of Brazilians at Arsenal. So no, it looks very, very positive. Looks like it's going to get done possibly tomorrow. And I know every Arsenal fan can't wait to see this one get done, because it's been one of those sagas that's just been lingering on and on and on. And every day you start to worry and think to yourself, is this gonna happen? Is he going to end up going to Napoli? Are Man City going to come in, or Man United, and gazump it at the last minute? But it looks like it has been all agreed, and he should be in, and we could be getting an announcement. It would be really nice to hear announcements on that and Aubameyang this week ahead of the Community Shield. Talking of Brazilians and hijacking, Thiago Alcantara, of course, is going to be playing tonight in the final of the Champions League, possibly his last game for Bayern Munich. A brilliant player, formerly of Barcelona, of course. He's been a great servant to Bayern Munich, always controlling that midfield. Such a brilliant player on both feet. You know, he's one of the elite midfielders around at the moment. Sometimes underrated as well, really underrated. And not enough people talk about him, but he's one of those elite midfielders that are just so comfortable on the ball and just quietly just makes everything tick along for whatever team he's playing for. Well, he's going to be leaving Bayern. We all know that. He's now 29. Now, the favourites to sign him are Liverpool. Liverpool have made numerous inquiries about him, kind of waiting for the whole final to be completed. And by the way, who do you guys think is going to win that final tonight? That's going to be great, Bayern Munich versus PSG. But obviously, future's going to be looked to be getting sorted out after the final tonight. And there's a lot of talk that Arsenal could be looking to try and do a little hijack move themselves when it comes to this one. They've made inquiries about Alcantara, who, by the way, would be perfect in this Arsenal team. He does have that age factor going against him, though, 29. And that is why Liverpool are very reluctant to pay the anything from 23 to 27 million pound asking price that has been spoken about for him. I think he's only got a year left on his contract as well. So Liverpool very reluctant to pay that sort of money. Arsenal said to be interested. As I said, they've made inquiries. If the fee gets lowered a bit, they are definitely all in for Alcantara. So it's going to be a waiting game on this one. It's going to be one of those we're going to have to wait and see how it all pans out. As I said, Liverpool are the favourites. Alcantara, you know, he's playing in a Champions League final tonight. Does he want to next season then go and play in the Europa League? Very much doubt it. But Arsenal are making an inquiry about it, and that is the right thing to do. Also, of course, playing in that final tonight will be this guy, Philippe Coutinho. Will we sort of get a clearer picture on what his future is going to be after that final tonight? He's been coming off the bench and doing very well. Of course, scored those 2 goals against Barcelona. Expect to see him play a part tonight as well. But of course, his future is going to get sorted out very soon as well, because after tonight's game, he will be returning back to Barcelona and decisions are going to have to be made on his future. What about the decisions on Dani Ceballos? We know that Arsenal want him back, possibly on a loan. I mean, Marca were putting it out there yesterday saying that Real Madrid would be prepared to take around about £23 million for him. Should Arsenal just go and buy him outright? Now, talks were underway when Raul Sanelli was in charge. Of course, Sanelli left last week, and there's been sort of people sort of suggesting that might kind of affect the deal, because Sanelli was the guy that was sort of looking after the whole thing. And now that he's gone, and we know he's got a close relationship with Barcelona, will that affect it? There's also talks of another hijack when it comes to this one. This time, possibly Ivan Gazidis of AC Milan attempting to hijack that deal and get Ceballos to AC Milan. That would go down well with the Arsenal fans, wouldn't it? But again, he's a player that Arsenal want. He's similar, position like at Alcantara, where he can play that deep role, where he can kind of put a lot of control on the game. Again, another good player, very skillful, able to receive the ball under pressure in any area. Arsenal want him back. Permanent move would be great. But again, it's going to be interesting to see how his future gets sorted out. If Arsenal don't get him, it's a bit of a problem for them because they do need somebody in that position. They have made a signing of a midfielder, Arsenal, yesterday, announcing the signing of Salah. Not, of course, Mo Salah, as you can see by this picture, but it's Salah Eddin Oulad Mohad. He likes to be known as just Salah. Formerly of Feyenoord, he's an 18-year-old midfielder, very talented player, Dutch, and he has joined Arsenal and is going to go straight into the under-23s. They've really been getting out there and purchasing a lot of players to go into the under-23s. They've sent some of those players that have been featuring in the under-23s for a while now out on loan, like Zach Medley, and they're bringing in sort of fresh talent into that area. He's going to be wearing the number 74 shirt. As I said, he's a very, very talented kid. So let's keep our eyes on him over the sort of, next couple of years. You know what? The one thing about Arsenal, you can figure in those under-23s, do very well, and you can be in the first team. Remember, Gabriel Martinelli was sort of specifically bought to really go into the under-23s, and he was so good that they just said, no, straight into the first team. So the opportunities are there when you play for Arsenal, and under Mertesacker, he will have great guidance as well. So the under-23s looking strong. Hopefully we get Gabriel. That starts to strengthen the spine of Arsenal's team. And hopefully we can get the Aubameyang thing. I mean, this week is a big week, because we're kind of moving back into football. As we know, at the end of next week, we've got the Community Shield against Liverpool. Lots of content coming up here on AFTV. We're going to be doing another super fan debate where Arsenal fans face off with Liverpool fans. So look out for that. We're going to be all over the Community Shield, back at the Box Park again, doing our big watch along there. So it's going to be a great week. Looking forward to it. Thanks for watching the show today. Big up the guys once again from U2B for sponsoring the show. If you want to get your hands on any of those t-shirts, the link is in the description. And keep it locked here on AFTV for all your best content on Arsenal Football Club.
Robbie here from AFTV. We've just got to say a big thank you to everybody who follows us across our various channels. Over 1 million followers on YouTube. Don't forget, you can now also catch us on Reddit. We're on Reddit, so get involved with us on Reddit and also on TikTok. Keep it AFTV, baby, right here.